Alright, what's up guys? Finally back on camera with a Ducati Multistrada V4 Pikes Peak. Okay, I guess I started my video at the wrong time. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna try to do this real quick. So 1158cc, I don't know if you can see this, 1158cc V4 liquid cooled, blah blah blah, 170 horsepower. That's pretty good. 92 foot-pounds of torque, very light. Wheels. I think the weight is 427 wet. Yep, yeah, 427 wet. 5.8 gallon fuel tank. Oh, 5.8 gallon fuel tank. So that's plenty. 6 gallons in a bike like this. Well, 5.8, but you gotta round up. So let's see if I can get this thing started. This is my first time. It's not my first time sitting on. Well, this is my first time sitting on it. I haven't sat on this bike yet. I'll try to save everything. So, how do you start it? All right. So that's weird because okay, so you push it down to kill it. And you pull it up to start. That to me, that's counterintuitive. All right, so I'm in neutral. Let's see, you have modes. So single rider. Oh, you got to use the little switch. Rider baggage, rider passenger baggage. That's pretty cool. This bike has adaptive cruise control. You have music. You can control your music with it. Lap timer, all kind of stuff. And the mode we are starting in, we're gonna start in. Oh, engine medium. Let's start in urban. See, oh wait, the suspension just changed. Holy, I felt the rear suspension. All right, so the rear suspension is the rear suspension. Okay, I can't get it in neutral. Wow, that was really let's do touring. Let's see what happens with touring. So suspension should stiffen up a little bit, maybe. No, it stayed soft. Let's go back to urban real quick. We are taking off. All right, pretty easy clutch pull. So we are out here at BMW Motorcycles of Jacksonville. So don't mind all the people not wearing gear. This is definitely weird for me. But that is Florida for you. Alright. So just starting out, the first thing I feel is, oddly, I feel the weight. Oh, and the front feels. The front feels very weird. Alright. It just feels very light and loose. Quick shifter feels really good. Holy cannoli, 92 pound-feet of torque. I gotta adjust this mirror. So, never ridden a bike with a V4. This is my first Ducati. This is my first time riding in Florida. First bike with adaptive cruise control. There's so many firsts here. Oh my god, that sound. Alright, yeah, this bike feels weird. It doesn't want to. There's so many switches on this thing. I can't find the turn signal. It is a little intimidating at first, I'll say. But it's not as bad as like a BMW. It's more oddly, it's more intuitive. It's more intuitive than BMW. Let's lock this down because I don't have time for this to be falling. But just sitting on it, let's lower this. There we go. That's better. All right, that's better. So because this actually kind of is in the way a little bit. I don't know. I'm also not the windshields. Me and windshields don't get along very well. That's it. So it's me. Don't fault the bike. It might be fine for you. All right. So what are we slowing down for? Oh, this guy. Okay. It's very smooth. Oh yeah, I like this. I like the way the clutch feels. Alright, once you get used to it, it's fine, but it just feels like it feels kind of fidgety in the corners. It doesn't feel settled, but maybe that's the mode I'm in. So let's see if we can switch the mode on the fly. So we're gonna go to sport mode, close throttle. Alright, so we are in sport mode now. So the electronic suspension stiffened up. I can feel more of the road. Yeah, I can definitely feel more of the road and the bumps and stuff. Let's see how she takes this corner. Downshift. You got to do a lot of downshifting on bikes like this. This is the most interesting route I've ever been on. The engine is definitely more responsive. Oh yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Engine feels more responsive. Suspension feels a little bit better. It doesn't feel as I wish we would really ride staggered because these throwing off my vision. There we go, that's better. Now, what was I talking about? He threw me off. Yeah, suspension got stiffer, but it doesn't feel heavy. I know the first thing I said I felt was the weight. That was maybe the mode I was in, and because the suspension got softer, I literally felt it lower. This quick shifter is nice. It gives you a nice little kick. Nice little kick. Alright, I'm gonna save most of the talking for when I get moving. So we'll be back. Keep this video short. Wow. Jacksonville. I never knew. I hope the 360 is picking this up. Alright, so I think this is a good point in the video to switch to race mode. This is the Pikes Peak version of this bike. So we're gonna go up to race, click it in, release the brakes. Well, that says DTC, Dynamic Traction Control Race. Okay. So the traction control mode changes. You really got to keep the revs high. That's one thing I don't like about bikes like this. This is the same thing I experienced on the Duke 1290. Doesn't matter which bike, you really got to keep those revs high, where it starts to bog almost immediately. Now, I'm not very familiar with motors like this, 2 cylinders and whatnot, in the V configuration. Only the parallel configuration, which those don't mind, but these engines mind. They like to stay high, and that's fine. So race mode, it's super stiff. It's not, bike's not moving at all. But if I switch to sport, difference in tone. Alright, so we're gonna try it now. Alright, so if I go to touring mode, it shows you like engine medium, front suspension medium, preload blah blah blah, and then urban, like I can literally feel it going soft. That's pretty cool. And then when I put it into sport mode, it's definitely not as soft. And then you put it into race mode, it gets even stiffer. So this is nice. I'm not sure if this bike has blind spot monitoring. That's what these little lights look like to me. It didn't say anything about it online when I looked at it. But I'm gonna wait. I think we're gonna get on the highway a little bit. So I'm gonna wait until the highway and we're gonna see how this thing does. This is a weird little area. Okay, still quite a bit of brake dive. Still quite a bit of brake dive. Alright, something weird just happened there, sorry. Alright, so the brakes were powerful. I felt like I still had more to go. But it still dived quite a bit. Let's see, sixth gear, the engine feels pretty powerful, but you know, at 60 miles an hour, you're gonna have to drop down. Oh, it does have blind spot monitoring. There it goes. I'm sure you saw that with this wide angle lens. But yeah, it does have blind spot monitoring. There we go. That's awesome. That is awesome. Let's try. Holy crap. Oh, this thing flies. Oh yeah, 170 horsepower, it feels it. If this bike was lighter, it would be insane. Holy crap. But it's not far off the Duke 1290. Being, I think, what did I say, 1158 cc's, so it's not far off a Duke. But in terms of the Duke being lighter, you know, even the 1290 Adventure felt pretty good, but this, in terms of dynamics, feels lighter. It feels better. It's less soft, but in terms of like wind and all that, it feels okay. It feels okay. I want to do one more since these guys are lagging. This thing, oh my god, I love that sound. Yeah, you feel all that torque. Oh, it wheelied there. Yeah, it's ready to go. You just downshift. I don't mind the brake dive, actually. That's weird. I don't mind the brake dive. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It actually gives me a little more vision. Oh, that's nice. It flashes to let me know, hey, somebody's over there. So that's pretty cool that they can hide something like that in a bike like this, you know. And it still only comes out to I can't do this one-handed. Still getting used to the new helmet. See if I can find neutral. I found neutral. Oh my god, this is what happens. I can't get the visor up, get to the light, and the light turns green. So I believe this has a slipper clutch. It feels like a slipper clutch. I'm sure it does. I'll confirm that. I don't know if this guy really wants to ride. Like, come on. I'm starting to get a little comfortable. Once I start getting comfortable, I want to see, you know, what I can do. I'm not going to be on this bike. Anyways. Yeah, I'm not going to push it that far. We are fully responsible for these machines. Holy crap, man. Yeah, she's fast. It gets up and goes pretty, oh my god. And then that induction noise comes in. Bikes like this always make me feel like I don't need an exhaust. You know, I don't need to be really loud and screaming, because it doesn't even like, oh wait, let me try the cruise control. Let's see, set. Oh, it's doing it. It's adaptive. It's adaptive, and it's doing it. It's speeding up. Let's do 75. I want to go 75. So it's keeping me. Let's see. So I put it closer, and it's speeding up on its own. That's not me. It's not me doing that. That's awesome. So it brings me right here. So I want to back off. See what it does. So it's slacked off a little bit. And I'm gonna get closer because I don't want this car to get in front of us. So this isn't me accelerating, it's doing that all on its own. All on its own. And it's keeping me this distance. And you see I got that set at 75, so if they speed up, the bike will speed up to 75. That was really easy to do. You just turn it on and you set your speed, and then it does it. Now I want to see if I can downshift. I can. It didn't like that very much. It kind of shook a little bit, but you can still downshift up and down. That's perfect. That's perfect. This is a really good bike. That feature right there would almost sell this bike to me. The blind spot, even though I could just do this, it's perfect. It's perfect. You don't need any hands. You don't need any hands. Oh yeah, come on. It's really windy today too. Hold on. There we go. Oh, it doesn't see him. It doesn't see him. Alright, having too much fun. Let's see, downshift, speed back up. So, if you're following another bike, because obviously that's a car shown on the screen. I hope you see that. If you follow another bike, you need to stay right behind him. Oh, it slowed down pretty quick. Hold on, let's see. Do not do that. The bike was going to accelerate. Oh, this is fantastic. I really like this bike. I need to stop doing this. Why am I doing this to myself? Just figuring out a way to spend more money. But this bike, I knew I was going to like this bike. I like the engine. I like the sound. I like the feel of the bike. You know, it's confident. Once you get used to it, initially it's a little weird. But since we're coming back into town, I'm gonna switch it back to urban, close the throttle, and there you go. That's all you gotta do is close the throttle. And this is a lot more like, it's not as snappy. So there's the blind spot again, letting me know that someone is right there. Now if I put my signal on, it would blink at me. That's awesome. Okay, back at the red light. So adaptive cruise works well. It would do perfectly fine following a car. Let's see if I can do this real quick. Boop, boop, there you go. 1, 2. You gotta kind of contort your fingers in such a manner. But yeah, it lets you know your range, trip 1, total miles, all in one. The screen looks really good. It's really clear and easy to use. I mean, it's 80 degrees today, sunny, in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, and yeah, this is a very well put together bike. The windshield, very easy. Just lift up, drop it down. It's a very, very simple. So the clutch is very light, very easy to use. Nothing too weird. It's like, you know, all these modern bikes, they just kind of coddle you with all their technology and stuff. Now if I was in sport mode, it would have wheelied there. Oh, that wasn't bad. It was not the softest ADV I've ridden, but I like the harder edge. Now this is the Pikes Peak version. There's an S version which has saddlebags and is probably more comfortable. but this isn't bad. It's not bad at all. I mean, it's what you expect for the price you pay, which will be here. I hope you can see my hand. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and close this out. I don't think I forgot anything important. If you got any questions, anything, you know, because I always miss, I miss stuff sometimes, you know. I like to keep these as like, I like to keep these rides as open-minded as possible, but without information. So I choose the bike that I think, you know, is going to get views and whatnot, and I don't do, let's see how this goes. Yeah, I don't do a lot of research intentionally, just to keep it open so I can, you know, just say what I think about it. I don't want to come through with a different opinion from someone else on what they think of the bike. I just want to see what the bike is for. I want to see the bike for what it is. Just want to see the bike for what it is. So this is where we are. This is what's going on. Let's see, it's U-turn ability. U-turn ability is very nice. Revs really fast. Very nice bike. Very nice bike. Alright, let me get you a quick, let's see how to turn it off. So just press down, it's good to go. That's it. It's very simple. Very simple. Now the other bike, the S, has a center stand. I'm gonna show you the S real quick because I'm not gonna be able to ride this bike today. That bike today. Here it is right behind me. Multistrada V4S. So still has that red frame, but like I said, you get the saddlebags, and it's pretty much the same bike after the, oh no electronic suspension. Yeah, no, yes it does. It has electronic suspension, but it probably doesn't have like the race mode and the sport and all that, but brakes are probably the same. Just add saddlebags and it's a little bit less sporty, but not so, it doesn't seem like it's so much. So all right, this is it. That's it. Let me get you quick. And no, you're good, man. That's it.